What's up, YouTube? This is my prediction for UFC 196 Mcgregor vs. Diaz. I'm going to let you know who I'm going for and why, and how I see the fight going down with either opponent winning. First off, I want to throw it out there. I know there's a lot of Conor fans out there. I know there's a lot of dickwads, too, that are on his nuts. You know, Conor's a good fighter. I ain't saying he's the best in the world, but, you know, he's an asshole. He can be an asshole, and there's a lot of fans that are assholes, too, man. You know, I'm not hating on Conor. You know, he talks shit and backs it up. This is just my predictions. I'm going to tell you guys right off the bat, I'm going for Diaz. Why? Because, like Diaz said in his interview, he's been doing this shit for years. The same thing that you see Conor McGregor doing, Diaz has been doing that shit. Talking shit, talking smack, going in there and fighting. Yeah, he's not getting these spectacular knockouts like Conor, but you got to admit it. You have to admit it. Conor has not fought in high-caliber fighters like Diaz. Okay, you could say Chad Mendes, alright? Chad Mendes, he took that fight on short notice, okay? And the only legit win I will say that Conor has is against Aldo. Now, that fight, you know, a lot of people out there, including me, could say it was a fluke, you know? One punch can end any fight. If you take a look at the Cain Velasquez versus Junior Dos Santos, I think it was the first time they fought, knocked him out within seconds. But if you look at the two fights after that, what happened? Cain Velasquez dominated like crazy. So I'm not saying it was it was a fluke, but I think it was luck, man, that Conor McGregor got that knockout, especially with the hype going into it. But you know, I'm not trying to take anything away from Conor, man. He's a good fighter. He does have skills, but this little movement shit that people are talking about. Oh, Conor has movement. I see that shit so much in comments and all kinds of crap. Everybody's talking about movement. All of a sudden, people want to jump on the movement bandwagon. There's been fight. Look at Holly Holmes. You want to talk about movement? She got movement. She got footwork like no other. Look at Dominic Cruz. That guy can move. He got footwork like no other. Conor McGregor don't got footwork like that. Basically, to me, Conor McGregor is a ripoff of Lyoto Machida with his style. You know, fishing them in and making them follow. Anyways, man, I don't want to get carried away here. Let me just get to the point. I'm going for Diaz. I think the keys to victory for Diaz, for me, is he has to keep it at range, you know, pick his shots, and basically be Diaz. Now, there's two types of Diaz that come in the fight. There's the Diaz that just comes for the check. Obviously, this is a big payday for him, probably the biggest he's ever had. And then there's the Diaz that, you know, he wants to whip ass. And after Diaz's last fight, the things he was saying leading up to the fight and after the fight, you know, it made me realize I think Diaz is about his business now. He's about his shit. He really wants to put it. He wants to put a stamp on his legacy. You know, I don't think he's ever had a title in UFC. I'm pretty sure he hasn't. But you know, he's fought in some top fighters. He's fought Gray Maynard. He's fought Donald Cerrone. You know, Benson Henderson. He's fought in the best for years. You know, I don't think Conor McGregor has fought in the same caliber as fighters as Diaz. And well, anyway, so keys of victory for Diaz: keep it at range, pick his shots, put shots together. You know, he got Sicardo for this, even though he took the fight on short notice. Man, come on, you gotta admit that's a big ass disadvantage. I know there's some fans out there that are gonna say, well, he knew what he was doing, taking it on short notice. Well, to me, I mean, if you're a true martial arts fan, you know, goddamn well, that's a disadvantage, taking the fight on 10 days' notice. Conor came off of a full fight camp. Yeah, it may not have been towards Diaz, but he's in shape, and he's ready to fight. And all I'm saying is, I hope Diaz wins, either by TKO or by decision. You know, I don't see him knocking out Conor. Well, we really never seen Conor be tested. Yeah, he got a little bit beat up when he fought Mendes. Mendes took that fight on, 7 days' notice? What I really want to see, I want to see an all-out war. I want to see these two go into deep waters, get all bloody, get all beat up. You know, I want to see Conor be put to the test for the first time. I want to see this guy just get beat up, you know? Kind of like when John Jones fought Alexander Gustafsson, how that fight went, you know what I mean? It pushed Jones to his limit. I want to see what Conor is made of. I want to see what he could do. You know what I mean? Before I start going for Conor, I'm not going to hop on the bandwagon like everybody else. I'm going to keep it real. I want to see him fight a legit guy, and I want to see him whip some ass, take it into deep waters, take an ass whipping, and see him come out victorious. Now, for Conor to win, I think maybe he just got to beat Conor, you know? Keep it at a distance, just like how Diaz has to do. Kind of like the Machida style, you know. Lower them in and strike and get away. Like how he says, strike and evade. You know, he has to basically stick and cut. Beat Conor McGregor, look for that strong left hand. And he might knock out Diaz. Diaz has been knocked out with a head kick once. And I don't think that Conor can land a head kick on him. But, you know, I think if Conor gets some good solid shots, he could put Diaz away. But then you got to look at Diaz's threat on the ground. He's a black belt in jiu-jitsu under the Gracies. So, man, these guys both ain't no joke. But, if you're a true MMA fan, you look at the facts here. Diaz has more in his arsenal than Conor. Get off the hype train. Look at the facts, man. But, this won't really change anything if Conor wins. It still won't get my vote for him. He's beating a guy, on 10 days' notice? Come on. I want to see him fight a legit guy before I go for him, like I said. But anyways, my prediction, I'm going for Diaz this weekend at UFC 196. Let me know what you guys think. And I'm ready for all you shit talkers.